I mean, you're moving to want to pay with studio actual. My Hene and Nanaya, when you appear on TV, the Keystone concert party is too much. Please try and minimize it. Joe or Bogo Asante Achimejaba. Nanaya, for happy belated birthday from LL Kuj, Boga Adom TV, Badwam, Muye Boy. But I want Nanaya's number so I can send her some of Mimpesuasu videos on WhatsApp. Prince or Kumasi Nodiaba. So should teachers continue to suffer months of non-payments while parliamentarians get theirs on pay-in crime basis? Chair, say Aqua or Boas Nadiaba. And Crassus Fuji Navrongo, all I know is that the previous Ghana was better than this better Ghana. If this is that I care for you, then I wonder what we will deal with. Okay. I'm a teacher. And I have not been paid for 3 months now. Can you please find out for me, for all efforts have proved futile? From Matthew, our Ashanti region. And Samuel Usu Amanfo says, good morning. It has been a long time since I heard any NDC member say the usual IDB keke. What has gone wrong for the stoppage? Oman, it is about time Ghanaians rise up and kick President Mahama and his NDC government out of post. The NDC government headed by President Mahama is only interested in raising resources just to win and remain in power and not thinking about the welfare and interests of the ordinary Ghanaian. Kwandas Bedu was Sefi Asafo. And it seems nobody cares about teachers on paid salary, but we are suffering. Ejewa Elembele Eziama and from Wisdom, Samabia, Bamboy, Omayene, God bless the unpaid nurses for their sense of maturity and manner of approach. And this one says, I always say, Jojo than war is the best solution in every situation. Demonstration strikes, though they are democratic responsibility, I don't think it helps anybody. The economy in Ghana, the government do its part, workers, agencies responsible for their salaries should all be up and doing. Those instigating and praying for those things to happen should revise their notes, because if Ghana collapses, we're all day inside. May God forbid. JX Watadi 1760 Fawebre na 18 Kinkama 1760 or text message line. I don't know. Yankona Kujina aye asoye ba ko anano da ono to ahwehwe so omo so mo pgm kra efa hia buburu nipekuo bi ma wono enye wono mfom so na enye se wono pe ana amana kobasa o say a friend leap livelihood empowerment blah 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 or the social my
against poverty
for John Alexander Akon, Deputy Minister, Gender, Children and Social Protection. Abekan Sanope, I want to say,
oh, Adom,
Ministry to say,
oh, yepa.
It's like to say more news more.
Yes,
from the more traffic street to Swa. Now, a Kayo for Moses Shebre.
Yes. Now,
Diani Sika Mode money. What's happening?
The essence, partners, as I got a 40 years, I say, it was a situation, no was a situation. Bro, for a friend of vulnerability. And then I will for so many factors. But the fact say, we did dominant say Jane Mukra. Into we are seeing our edge acquire a bit to me among so far who did almost like. In fact, I know can say the air course on there for 16 days of activism from 25th of November to 10th of December, 16 days. The day I say the team, men and boys combined to help in discrimination against women. And man, no my kutia omono. Yeni na yambomba kuna yenye unwejuma. Into so many group ni na vulnerable groups. And no my how omono say sorry about hardrin dachi. Now our brother Timothy te yene mbano. Na quite say your first class citizens and the second class citizens. Now Osha say embaso Osha two things employment on mine. Osha their friend informal employment. A great DNA at the end. Omo call China, ne India, ne Dubai. Now by just our body and toes by that Sunday is best spread there. Multiple partners echo fast. Ebola best spread there. You see what echo very fast. Sasamba no so did a job with say to me cost what remember no so your home ebeto yen. Into economic empowerment of women. ɛne deɛ aka nyinaa na yɛde ma wɔn a ɛwɔ effect ɛwɔ yɛn mmarima no so but moment ɛbɛyɛ superior de bi a ayɛ sɛ yɛde kakra na ɛkɔ na ɛde ntɔkwa nso ɛɛba nti sɛ tumi ma wɔn pagya ba soro a ɛbɛboa nti this year wɔn kɔɔ United Nations yɛde wɔn yɛ the decade of women ɛna ɛyɛ dɔ March 2015 heads of states bɛkɔ United Nations ɛna wɔn kɔka ho asɛm kɛseɛ nti Africa venture no yɛkɔɔ no wɔ Ethiopia ɛwɔ United Nations Ethiopia UN a yɛakɔyɛ ɛho declaration ne nyinaa awie a ɛno na Africa region yɛde bɛkɔ United Nations a ɛkɔyɛ adwuma wɔ nti bebree wɔ hɔ asɛ bi ɔwɔ ayɛ ɛsɛ ɛbo ase the point is as a ministry na ɔyɛ sɛ adwumadeɛ no ɔhia sika kɛseɛ sika bebree efi development partners but kind of for philanthropism no ɛyɛ na ɛwɔ fam kakra because ɔfɛ sɛ ekuro baako na sɛ yɛwɔ orphanage baako anasɛ mmienu a ekuro mu no koraa esikafoɔ bɛyɛ sɛ 9 enum kɛsɛ wɔn hwɛ orphanage na yɛn ho bɛtɔ yɛn nti ɛsɛ yɛ mmɔden a na ɛbɔ wura Ghana fo mu na saa su no ɛba kɛseɛ nkɔfoɔ yɛ bibiro nya abere yi yɛakɔ orphanage yɛayɛ sɛ ba ɛsɛ yɛyɛ ne kɛseɛ na yɛboa ne yɛyi wɔn fisa te bia no mu ɔmo ayɛ no pa a kɔ osu ha yi ama nkɔ akyire obi wɔ hɔ a onim sɛ ɔyɛ fafrani sɛ ɔyɛ nkrani sɛ ɔyɛ fantini sɛ ɔyɛ asantini onim o sɛ ɔyɛ igbeni onim yɛ abandon no ɛde ne tɔ kɛkɛ ɛna nipa kɔ no ɔgya akɔkɔɔɛ ɛna wɔakɔdi hɔ nti wabere a wonim wo parentage no wonim wo tribe ɛnɛ ɔhu na daakye trauma no ɛyɛ dangerous nti gyaate nipa saa sɛ wendi yie ana n'asetena mu ansesa na ɔde saa tibia no asa so yie a na afei deɛ ɛhyew aba ne tirim nti ɛyɛ trauma no koraa yɛ dangerous paa romanfoɔ ɛyɛ bi ɛfɛ no John Bosco wokɔ committee 22 tamahaya masa wɔn esi child protection center ɛhɔ na ɛda so yɛ normal collaboration nkohyia aga bi a very nice ne papa yɛ akyɛ no cocaine drugs yɛ or them so many years nti ama the school ɛyɛ asɛe ɔmo afa no a yɛ boa ma no akɔ so daakye nti ebi wɔ a yɛsɛ no through no fault of yours ɛnyɛ wɔ a ɛna ɛde ɔba saa tibia no mu yɛbɛyɛ ne dɛn society nation ɛsɛ yɛ boa nti ɔmo ahɛn edwuma kakra hɔ edwuma kakra hɔ
then ɛsɛ sɛ yɛ nipa hɔ
ɛno ne mi tie doctor bi ɛyɛ program bi wɔ Osu Presby for students on violence against women, sexual ne adeɛ nyinaa. Na baako bi ɔkɔ school, very good secondary school. Na deɛ ne sɛ headmistress no who say one day be different times, different boys na fa no. Different times, 4 different boys at different times. Normally kɛse ɔmo yi na di. But maame no one test officer bibi kɔ wrong. Nti ɔde ma mpanimfoɔ social welfare ne adeɛ ne doctors sɛ ɔnte aseɛ wɔn mo hwehwɛ mu no ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ akwadaa a ɔde ne maame na teɛ papa ne maame no ayɛ adwuma nti wɔn nya mbrɛ ma wɔn ne maame no kɔfa ne nua bɛrima ɛba hɔ na ɔnkɔfa wɔn nkɔ school up and down ɔnfa wɔn nkɔ up and down up and down no
up and down
wɔn na baako saa gaya mekɛn otumi kɔfa no koraa wɔ school time ɛde ne bɛ fie ɛbɛn ne ho adwuma sɛ wasan so de n'akɔ nti saa so no fa gaya ne mu nti okɔ school na saa de no onya tinka because ɔyɛ ne kɛkɛ wakɔ akyɛ na wanhwɛ akyire a yɛsɛ Ghana for yɛpɛ condemnation wanhwɛ akyire ketewa bi a ɔbɛ condemn na wase asɛe ne bi nso aka ho nti at times empathy and sympathy ehumɔborɔ ɛsɛ yɛhu de ma wɔn na ebisa akyire ebi a yɛbɛtumi asɔɔfo
not to draw easy conclusion
Ghana yɛ very judgmental. You're very judgmental. They say shwe kakra. Because university, there's a girl. A girl up out and no sport they need to ya. Into go for graphics are good. They were so chair will be up out and no pass out per nightclub. But eventually after investigation, they get a virgin after 4 years in university. Into fast judgment no. I say shwe ni who say nipa what to be more. The first option is say I see who identity in our sa to be. In terms of case you have for no ya say ade na Yesu ka say we num nti and na me buy because why nyesa na how do you take them out of that trouble ebi o cross say e be hwim mo efije no mu just be no mie no nti say ni ko na ebisa ase ye beti ase
two things nti how let's have enough attention by way of funding na yen so as individuals now how do we come on board to support Monisu Adi Hunamo
2 ways and then make say odoko ho na bibia ye wo de frɛ no domestic violence, there was shelter. You sit down every. But my husband sit down area, a temporary shelter. Obi wa at a tia or come with you know. So when you be temporary, uncle share a problem. Only be so another hotim. A senior and pania, do we say, do you know watch man, ne power, watering, and I say, and your perfandana, ya de bay. Into be on board, I bebo. Number 2, you were NGOs, baby, and they be Christian, may ever say you are from Canada. Or you. But the point is that I say a targeted approach, a daily person, and what they are all sources, resource the bar, ministry coordinate here. If you are dear pot, your resources are, yet the bay, and so on, a dorsal. It's your decks of NGO registration. But law, no, I see it to me pre law. A Becca says, won't register with the ministry, won't me operate NGO.
So that you regulate the NGO.
Exactly. Obi to me konya funding. Now, about 60% in the administrative cost. Now, the door about bonding panel by 40-30. Scanning in alcohol. It should be regulated. Obi and Josika, but regulated this funding, the area, and the work effects. Because the research results in a they say a boy mine.
Well, 1760 text message line. If you are now in ministry, I can watch some gender, children, and social protection. And watch some and Deputy Minister Era Alexander John Akon. I will say and and it touches me because we hear the all kind or see through no fault of yours. A bit me at home, a bit me at home. So until say 2 years mu biasa na dear na omano e wodi mayen say enko share nwa konfo say enko no maduboni bi enwu e say ojiri say atimu ministry na say as omani atimu ministry.
It's a big thing I say e hu adwuma kese na etia. That's why I National Social Protection Conference just about
very relevant ministry.
Yes, omo ba ho no MPs na de ba ho nyina ba ti adwumade na say it say new opportunity. In fact, at the last conference we am on disability India, the president and chief executive officer of International Paralympics Committee, almost 2 Olympic Games, they don't even believe there's a disability. The contrary. Also, yes, will be a physically disabled, but we are intellectually disabled, and so general complete. Almost at the same time, the same disabled. We are ICT disabled. It will be a form of disability. Who's a doctor? Until you cannot be medically efficient, and therefore you have a disability of a sort. It's in the context of discussion, but that has not come as a discussion level. It's the old who say Obia one form of disability or the other there, and the approach to disability no a very different.
Okay.
It's there's an issue lunch we are discussing. One and free brass right, banking assessor or drawer. There's the priority line for 165 years and above. It's in your priority line. A buyer station, it's on your bank, it's on your the activity will be about Mudini. I say Badwam because we are in a bit of that.
Well, latest on LEAP, we'll follow up to saying.
Oh, very interesting. You this round there, kind. The afternoon, you next one because January. Into the say 6 cycles in a year. No, yeah, every year you to be fefe. Into we are up to date. You roll out the next batch. It's about about some 31,000 communities or so, and also ejuma. The target for next year, I hope the 50,000 so the target in become more. But a bigger one pie, they find the targeting center in the area. Near actually they find a graduation. The better than you free across this position. That's a won't go not people for our back. Send a better so and the
Butu Batuta from Saboba. Kindly call Saboba MP to your program or to Pampas because for the past 6 years in Parliament, we've not seen him on TV before. My catch up says, "I do the encouragement." Juma oil Mashimijum and the constituency, and here you don't necessarily have to see your MP or whatever on TV and radio.
By a two-way affair, young politicians also know. Consistent, addresses are the population, and yes,
it is not. I had a sense of Hannah. Policies which said, yeah, all reach millions of people. The ministry, Nipa do not ETS. But no, just policies no way no one to be implemented here, and also another issue altogether. I asked the government rep that I want to know if freeze unemployment include replacement of nurses sexual legal.
Say okay, you know, budget minister ready ya. Because say aside education and health, I freezing it.
Okay, so these major
two areas there can be human resource replacement.
Okay.
Say to but so if you say you have enough resource,
okay.
But in terms of employment, your kind straight away say no income.
Okay. Well, the super septic for us, my dean just say super septic na ye can be a few fee near a fee and which once na interfere any a year neoma and seven for Tabiana, ye few fee precope at the amount. Yes, I reduce septic tank a year pit levels no. Na bribi ade super septic egu ajana IBM non entimi mane enyema entem afi enka bia e wo fie office restaurant hotel na bia ade djuma shunku bia no use super septic e be bo kwanso kosukra ope bia to a oko Natural Organics Limited on Chroma Circle Samson na Veridian Shop or Makola Mall or say that the enterprise or Aveno Junction next to Sea Woman and as our friend numbers way 057 589-1266 and 0244 089-159 and as 020-897-3667 now on super septic for any also and what is my main course and Kyle say Biana refuel Lucky Herbal Clinic anyone products abejaso betters and a mixed channel one of the dish Juma Kwansho Kosokra Lucky Herbal mixed channel akutia malaria and after Badwam moja nitimidia frisani ye ewoni peduanem Lucky Herbal betters no so and after Lucky Co capsules no so akutia obi akoko afiu and as AD unyo kwanso ko the ointment ne it's for how many a year instance be afia pro bia ne eye ocean pabo na afia ti kura ba na ntemo bia no so no eyi fi oprekope edema eyi ebo honam ne ban efri eye honamani yare ahodo a ense na emfata insi wa ebia na yade bia da ne krankro da so abra de kodom Lucky Herbal Clinic no na woni ebo kwanso ko so be frɛ Dr. Stephen Yebo Jr. on 0243201244 0243201244 and 0277465855 0277465855. We say hi. I'm watching you. I miss you so much from Harun. Okay, Harun. Do. Okay, what
was it?
Or was it?
So yeah, Harun and I okay, the madam for Harun.
Okay, so that's it. The eno asem no normal text message number 1760. Any sankom. Ya ko na ya begin education because I there when education pa. I heard the promises so far by Wabai na ya said by close of first term no. If indeed by the Oka way a bit my benefit because all day senior high school students will from next academic year benefit from the government's free senior high school education policy. A total of 365,000 are expected to benefit from the progressive free SHS policy. And this was made known by Deputy Minister of Education Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa when he announced this on the floor of Parliament. According to him, the policy is a clear demonstration that the president was not engaging in wishful thinking. When he announced the policy in his State of the Nation address to Parliament early in the year, he said the policy, notorious for its political slant, has been properly planned and will be properly implemented in line with the country's laws on progressively free education. The free SHS became very popular in 2008 and 2012 elections, with the opposition promising to implement the policy if elected into power. But the National Democratic Congress kicked against the policy, saying it was a lofty but unrealistic electoral promise and promising rather to improve on quality and access. So that's it. Now, in this uncommon, what is it now?
Yeah, I mean, simply, what was the bottom line is a dachi. I say, you don't have a school, a fees. So, this year particular, the last year before, we say, yeah, school admissions are now school fees in some school wages say, now if the deputy minister says, schools no more check. But this year, all the fees in the buy. won't assembly. Today can be different. Many PT asam, any PT asam, but the government the Ojipano, and they say would become name for the school fees, so that they are manageable. Now this issue about access, quality, and accessibility. So Obakaya, President, why very consistent? Yeah, IEA debate. Tamale. Ebai. Now, because the Constitution provides a progressively free education. In the first of which, and started basic education, F cube combination in every party boy and the F cube, you free our capitation at the ever count. Now, you cost second cycle. The point is that Sobekaya, for even power payment, last week I say, for all the secondary schools, abandon it here. Abandon it here all the
power payment,
power water. Abandon it here. All public institutions, universities. Enti so can say preoccupy oh yeah our problem or no friends sustainability no. Enti progressive in anything. And say you provide accessibility. What's accessibility? Say school no ebi wo ho ana. Enti say school na ben a ne kono emfa eka emba. Say na broche states bi a won ho ana wo ko school wo no. Enti say wo fifie ko school a eni say obre. Within the same community another district na wo nanti ana offer trotro bakope. Obetumi edu school ma no aye accessibility. It boss we enough teachers are no also material school books near there no that quality so abeka ho. And the earlier on training college go for teachers and eventually you result no because offer nipa 9,000. Meanwhile in oboas akokare ben oboas no nipa to me apply akobe 15,000. It's almost 500 cry be 350. Enti moment obe increases ano let's say nipa do no benya kwan akọ omayene difference between obia or one cry obi o Cape Coast any ade any obia sabi or one croquet one and say school ni be no into opere say mekobi okay first no o cost this form na change your school uniform those stars mostly a blue into form 5 let's also work o opere say also be blue atade na bi and the only way obe sha ni say and say osua de na o cost this form into ye wiase nyina de ma obi nya kwan sabi efro obi kurase ni say de we hu no ohun bi ohu ka bebre ono so ohu ka ba ko pe na etwam airport plane akure kampa wo hwe ono ohun bi da nya sabi ya service not you na wo de we hu bi na accessibility you make it plane accessible to you you make it quite accessible restaurant accessible national theater accessible ono ni bi into accessibility na ma nimpa so yentem equality eba that's not the catch no say issues about equity your friend equity ni say in secondary schools they go nyina ye be 50 next year another batch of secondary schools eba next we krom there wo district there e one a we patch office e fa na say target na eko there one no e say you increase to 2 so the difference between 50 and 1 ebe up na you close so 5 abeka na you 45 na you equity in accessibility ni ba awofo no secretary no ekofom into ofia no pa school a ombre in a similar fashion sustainability no started day schools na say schools no one they are more accessibility school ni ben into wo kwa ombre into obi abetumi akọ school so that e be empty engo na to person what ase a ma ya mention won nti ase pa sase we want to call function with the professor Kwame na ho na kai o say and the oko law school a and bad doors which are mema.
And you call law school.
Law school. You know why? And bro, one call law school that time. No, nearly gone. Now, oba obeda or hall back voter. It for all the courses in the voter, yama. Am I hearing? Yes, easy. Yeah, for be abuse. And members of horse also, na doors. It unya member more at the chain and bar. And there, me no can say. You be boom continuous one person will be boom na ye call and not with refi call accessibility and the hostess wo obetumi na wako o be bitina anapa na wako inti ama emma na koye more which implies you deny of opportunity one local school because of accessibility e be no through no fault of this once again na go be obey that law e be no we nya opportunity not to fee. Into school ni bi opportunity there say o mo bia na we take advantage anyhow but school na say ben And therefore, based on that promise, now also kind was State of the Nation address mono. Now say progressively. Sanokai. And based on where I started day secondary school. Into be oko day bia, untu afibia, abai absorb nina. So what are then we are not classroom. They are
no fees.
No fees. It is just no justification. So to me school.
Because I saw the
major problem. Now, Osha, from me, my ministry, target so more be school uniform. One man no lip support. One man free meal. Let's say one man health insurance because we be other lip bills also that health insurance as well. I didn't interest with if you are school. Into do point to be not from basic through secondary. All these facilities are available. That's a parent. One for bank enforcement of embrano. Like one the be but for one like accessibility, want to blame minister and find the banner and go school. Into our longer reaching effects. Into from there, no matter how it went. They have an extension, kakra, until say about level. You say you provide education for all. And they say there. Into the process, are you good? But the way to go, no, are you gradual? Into constitutional observe, say young quarter, and that's the way the president or
but
State of the Nation address more or the age.
The worry and concern is a good initiative. Sikanowahi. Any political promise being
well, what we say that is why I also graduate. What is the tendency? Tendency is say. Then say yes, what your president or call this in the north. Okay, say anya krano 73 of the schools no air basro. 73 if you were the 23 also basro on the World Bank project and also air basro. In accessibility no any political promise. And now because say sustainability their promise will be size 70. Secondary school na feed or more e ka ho no enyamba. But for now no day schools into we are at what level in a bit me enter secondary school but it's a way succeeding
their faces
that's why progressive sign the constitution they can no faces at what level ye being free or tuition already and count na enka de ben faces na ye kono kakra so I think that we should allow the system to flow that way eventually you do what now one sign show with you about sustainability.
Yeah, sure. Him say, "Mama Esla Osu Ekofo." And so I be kind say, "Wahan say, Rashebi Yonia, Ojina ho Emma Adishewa Ablekuma West, and she be nsa ono so ba betra na fe yatoa yen komo so ba." Meanwhile, Okura gender, children and social protection minister Nenyamfo John Alexander Akon ana edene AD and komo. My text message in bra 1760 na enso entimenjebre na yankin kama mamenko so nka say super septic for adaroma anafe lucky about products on so adaroma ana sankita odewe yadebra. So the text message is about I haven't been paid for 2 months now. How do I live? Bob or Ghana National Fire Service Takrade. And I want to know what makes John Mohammed's free SHS from that of the one he kicked against. And the structure to admit students into a tertiary institution is bad. Just imagine you studying business or visual art. It means you can practice nursing while subjects like Ghana, history, and CRS are allowed to practice nursing. Amai, can you call the MP for Solar call back to your program one day? Just ask him of the name and his constituency. This shows the trouble we are in. I don't get it. I don't get. But when I catch you, the idea they say, "Wow, read Unity." So they just say, "Oh yeah," and me pound your mama fast pressure no, and so go ministers ne mama shibe phone so basa and share that biasa. Yankoda lucky about for us, lucky about I can say me. Ebia na o hwehwe wona kira kwan kaswa obehu one or bodu ase kwan so na aguna swedo kwantempo so enkra hanum say obehu one Accra Academy Karachi First Light one Accra Academy ana hwe ni pepepe odi woni kire sunyane so a sunya besim kwan so ohu omo Takra den Crawford Junction Kumase in between the Total and Shell filling station wa Brepo Junction so na odi ko fodia so former EMAC FM, Snake Traffic, no, ana obehu one honum. Chachiman, so Tamale Station, one Krabatano, or not trim ye pan, the same thing say, I did be a done a crankle, and they are toast, no blood, they don't na a ball consequence. Dr. Stephen Yeboah Jr. on 0243201244, 0243201244, and 0277465855, 0277465855. Now only needs I was trying to be behind intimate customer. One more lucky herbal mixture and a lucky herbal bitters on the Digimon or Kwansho. Getting to India, we'll get to our next issue. What was your observation and what was the perception about the country Ghana? And then what did you observe? If it's implemented, or had my boy?
Just a few things. Even Ethiopia, there's discipline. Despite say, yeah, what's the cracker? Master, na wow, jealous warm. In Ethiopia, nobody didn't go to your taxes.
Now, can also.
It was so. You do get too much to see a tax evasion. Yeah, they don't want to enter. Don't want to enter. Number two, in Ethiopia, the from Minister of Dearben. That's a winning authority to enter. And every VIP in Guau. Say, security or work as a ambassador fee. Now, one no could say, "Oh, Minister of Ghana, among Rumuda." To say, "I'm more dear, powering my own instructions." A discipline. Ghana, your accountant, on Okujami airports, India. Main gate airport na yebe wuremu na aya na security for jine bi ohano. Odu wa no say am jam card e wo fie ntie ma me enwuremu. O push trolley na ekodu gate e pene na mienu. And also passport way. Two of them na minipana dictionary no. No na o ticket way. That's all. I feel ekwaje boarding pass way inside. Not say we yi ticket way fa. They print ma no. And then pa me no ekwa no. Otumi de ne de e ma wo. I call somebody, I'm so, Menanam or a director, Menanam tea, a media show, say, Cora, arming room. With a passport. It will be a bag, so luckily, net that's all. Envelope be an a shim, which you buy, or share your market or enter.
Wow.
Discipline. It's not aquatic, say, if you Ghana and busy, that be cat, Anukwana, a hiano, or share your to eat their printing or computers or no. And one will say enter. Into my small discipline, keke. Discipline, keke. Mama, agent wage mapa. Agent wage and no one small.
But what has been the challenge of you as a country? What has been the challenge?
It's difficult to say, but if you are, who say, Obia to me ba. Go first down, come. Yambono, I then almost flat law. Uko buna penaya satire attack. And maybe at times when they say ye and different so crowd they obey ye, and then go for just across the president so go do point to say 7 years straight. Go for so 5 years, one term. Ye hear be a ye go baby. That is the problem. Can I for okay? Everyone on us also ekasa. It's yes say approaching your my year pa. And say ye factual, they are right no, and you're right my ye na ye. In the worst form is the approach to the resolution. The next idea I say Modiana.
I see. 1760 your text message line Fabre na Yanjibre na Yankin Kama ma men koso nka say ye hwe nim say ye ma me Esla Ecofos Baba Kanza Mrs na ene edin komo na yensu odo ajinchura bre on 1760 super septic for Adaraba and afi lucky eba clinic for one Adaraba and ye koso edi yenkowa. Some of your text messages be about good morning Omayene, if God be with you, who can be against you? JDM is God given to Ghanaians. Free Day SHS is at the corner. God bless you, JDM. From Dan Hazel, aka Kofi NDC. The public SHS, the colleges of the education pay for their own water and light. Please send your reporters to the schools. From Oladipo, Wakufrodia, and I was my child is in the secondary school in Eastern Region, but I am paying 920 Ghana cedi instead of 680 Ghana cedi, which is government price. Or say Bonsu Kumasi. Why that disparity?
Intermediate, it is an ordinary nature. Or say a component. Normally, can one more charge.
Okay, PTA building a.
And no, you're buying there. Okay. That's why I buy it to say. Okay. One more fan can I buy a fees.
Okay, but I buy specific 680
and the other.
Okay, so anything beyond and you're buying.
And you're buying.
Okay. Who checks who on corruption in Ghana? Because some journalists are fighting over Solly Nanabu's campaign for Jesus ministry. And I like this man's humane communication. You will be my role model. Your number, please, Sechi or Legon. I don't know so the way about a friend, Honorable Alexander John and John Alexander Akon, Deputy Minister, Gender, Children and Social Protection. In Bribia Dano, the doors are available. Now, the Ghana and course on the Ghana, more than Crado. So, we shall not know this and common. The issue Bakwa, Nipa Binumu Eka, they say. That word that Modiaba show progressively, no, it doesn't matter. But the point is that Monye ma yenshe. That's why people say musika se mo to ye no yen goduro na afi your fro akoya bi aka say ah yes mo this can you read this. How do we go about all this thing?
What are the lawyers now? Our interpretation of constitution and as a law generally, omota can say you know. Or say the spirit and the letter of the law. But what spirit no eye butaya a tie emrano echiri. Na mama a few examples. Who say Bible cases we do nikura ubu wadwo nikura wayo. Into charge obi one of the strongest points of charge the intent. Butaya na tirupo de umso man. Into bitumi kun you say a manslaughter because means say mekun. Na obi say akọ bono de e mekun no wakana no. Na wase ebekun. So ebi ko ase kan de tofa no. Na we mini intent no emodupa and the spirit behind the letter into one more burdens have provision the constitution one nim say sebi sikasam betumi aye problem so be ne pa prekope that's not the progressive no say ne be ya enfa trouble embeto so and that is the idea behind that provision because prekope do to so by law and a law be as say will enforce to do to so na aye unenforceable because we miss am I no be akofasa for aba obi kwa beto do akokot or the court we ask no any ho into progressive na ma wo tobo na wo hwehwe unto say be complete face no and no say ye hwe ye chibio into enye obi na dia tum the framers of the constitution and na dwene ho say in trying to pass a law no ye dwene sustainability and money issues for a country like Ghana. That's why I echo that particular word.
Well, maybe it's a question per the texters, no? Also, will this free-day school not be a recipe for the demise of the boarding house concept? What criteria will the government use to indicate who is eligible to be a day or boarding student? Jim Pine, what
very simple. School be a free, you can say computerized entry now. School be a the vacancy not the cool. Also, a man more vacancy for 300 students, more 1,500, more 1,000. Inti one more qualify, I be enter secondary school. No, you know more than that. And I was now choose school open. Inti say we call boarding. Because I me boka or bre who complaining. Na ende school ni bell no fit say be boana. Why say you to boarding? So a matter of choice. A matter of choice for the same effects. Edu baby a free B class A schools Friday school say you good no obi aba normal. Inti 7 that's a person betrefia me come school here eye. Inti criteria no enye den kra. Inti about science kwa it implies at the board and the ben na equal. Enye nduru ho be discussing. To what extent ye yin everyone na as so you are not fair to the day student. Then ye everyone ma mo no ma balance. But the aka na wo pese ukoda board no. Your parents not second that burden or be part of that cost.
Okay.
By any will go through.
Well, attentive and as a debate shall say or ecosystem so asempa. We are following it up here. It was about privatization of ECG. I drink China quite be say positive because idea were private persons in Sema handling it in terms of efficiency, delivery, okay. The moment especially relating to Ghana, no, now in same to do now. As it stands now, issues about privatizing ECG, what you want to say about. But before, remember, what Honorable Alexander Akon said about government paying for power in secondary schools is not true. I attended St. Mary's Boys at Takrady, but I did pay 20 Ghana cedi for light and water ever since I got to Form 2. Way free. Kujo
Island. Talk as an say Lego form class of check confirm confusion but we'll verify all that. For a start, when you find PPP, public private partnership, intended totally private. But the kwamba better say they be discuss here. You say power no, here. It's like human being related, your subconscious, conscious mind, be aware to say. Who there, but there is why pre. Who named the and far cry. Who call us and for say, Canea and I we are F and a new officer be it in the other way. But answer no winning on your process because I'm found. And the be the generation. We VR, Akosombo, thermal, Asogri generation. And say I call Greco. What is the transmission? So we in Canea no Akosombo. It's Akosombo. A better na ya transporter ko baby here no. Na ya ba transmission. No what chief Akosombo we tema any ade. Not the core substations no. You do substation can any do a water substation. If you dey go away, a better be call. Not distribution ECG akofa. Now Yenina the yehu Akosombo yenim. Yehu transmission, the yehu ECG or your last line on the supply chain of power. And unkwana yehu we are saying to say don't canea ECG for in trouble. And so be an Greek phone actually Ephraim. Omayene, so person types are it's the Ghana Ecobo World Cup. You're Ghana for your president, your Minister of Youth and Sports, your GFA, your Ghana for me and you, your supporters union. But the bottom line is 11 players on the field of play. They are yes, 100,000 per each in Inano. You are translated the amount in 11 and Omijina Park, so one ECG. Into selection now the call third. And yet, so one want Thomas, one would just sing it, some Muntario Bufua. Yeah, achieve result. Yeah, achieve a Kayina. So that bottom line approach is very important. And to go ground of distribution, trouble, apart from losses, illegal connection, a womb, one more woman try a womb, government solutions are woman try. How can the president can be into prepaid? If you are prepaid, and the womb. And one more woman go 4 years, bomb so a woman to so one more workers need a year connection so a war. Best in the intuition solve ye. I wasn't here, Kanya. It is a way thermal plant, or a gas plant, where you know, that's a one the way you ma. Because I won't actually, it's not power original. Into a approach, I approach work, say, I wonder what the private every do at the bois, distribution. They are G is a fata into almost the systems are to monitor this time BBI systems of monitoring into the only club was we look at this match no I check no with Tracy and the machine or cable that from say break here cable detector ordinary so no who say aha na de no e wo no o Tracy into another bomber distribution no I fine this is so where they are on Sabeka yes Ghana Airways into a very important say ma private sector at the distribution level at the end of it.
All right, Deputy Minister, Gender, Children and Social Protection, John Alexander Akon, and Yanene Echiche and Komano, Mame Enkai say, Abiana Pesodo text message ba ubetimi Edia Brain on 1760 na Odia Brain super septic for one Adaroma and afe lucky about for Adaroma. Ana yedi eye empense mu ebro mameka say lucky about numbers so now be team there from on 0243201244 and 0277465855 and I say oh show the check once offer the noble Dr. Stephen Yeboah Jr. now what you need in Kitao so yade bi ada ne kranko eda osubia no so no ye be hwene to ase ede ama Kenya say number 2 chief covenantia ordinal covenantia yami aduma ohima o katene chairman krabia kama free na otwe wi koyi ye ba beta wachi okwanso nkoso kwa sanso na eye omahene osekofi abrew Kenya say number 1 hene also Echiao or Kwanson Koso, Kra Muina Mombo, Newmont, Echidom, na NCC in Punto, one person member of Kenya City, we be intimate and cause very unusual of very na conference about the Dominica or man, and so. Aquaba, let's say.
I'm into now, Casa. Casa ne sisu papa no.
I know what is saying.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Nyaka trouble and affair.
Okay. I can be like entirely.
Entiesi eti fonfa. Emi ahwefo fanchem. Nyame adom hai.
Afegli fish is no more chance kakaka.
Oh, yegusu. Say attitudinal change ne change ankasa de enye prekope. Enti enkakrakra ye ne amanfo edi enkomo. Na yewa rishim se entiase de ombetiase nti mechia ablikuma west for enyina ma omwache anapay na adwuma ne nso so yeguso
so they may monitor because one shebo ti me monitor nti no the audio call na mehwe there's a whole style ne dan sell because
I recommend it to everyone enka be boye men ko shebo bi afa na wa oda na oyemwa show na de na meka tre won ne say MP onya kwan onti school onya kanea onya nsuo nanso MP elobi na omo a ewo se omo yesa adwuma no omo aye no entem me se me nso so me ha adwen kakra enti me betena kon so a onya de mehwe ne maame a bed in se meja wonu aye free enti senke nyina ye ne sa me ka me fofo se o de be utenkra henti anam se de bi e wo se ye ne omo a beto aba no amaye no ye ne wondi nukure ne wontumi nye no obi ka tro se be ye a wo si yo mehu wahi asem no mate
almost in Ukraine in Ghana's politics been stay in opposition for long.
No, I don't think so. Enti da bia be di tratra ye nkrofo saa me wo di tratra me a etwa me se kuro enti me makra po mu nim say wo ya de ne na nya na ka wo betumi atwitwa aju hu afri na wo di tro ne eto so wo di tro mo ndi asamato and it's worked for me in my life, it's working for my children in their life. I recommend it to everyone. Who did tro na ayeden wo shebo a wo ntumi eniso na ayeden ne nipa no ato abana ma okay
power no
and number 2 abana ma when to me anyanso anu asan akodi trobio an consider ben e bedru baby no omo nyiwu ni bio eno no e ha ye nyina ye ya amanyosem e san pempenso bi ni bi na ye ya akoduru no se penimu bi kan se mi asen amu no kwano no munim de mu renti mo kan se ma kase edru won ne aka nka mbeka se nyam na mu kan any 10% e di oil sika nyina ba akoma west region for edru ba bi ase afi yanka ye kofa e ba ye no. There is no value in being dishonest. Bible kutia yanka se yamamre kutia ye nkramosumu kutia ni bibia kutia. Why do we think say in politics here it pays to be dishonest? I don't think so. Enti media me mansa bobi ehu enne me kwana me ni omo ekodi nkomo nso so a baby am gina na me gina but at least utumi kire won say me kan say baby adwuma no won ye betumi adi akire amanaba yeah.
Okay. Well,
and you have tangible things to show say ampa yeah. Lord kwan da fi capital O2 Echo Ebenezer secondary school hono mo petekwe hono no ye na yi pressure free dan so High Street no eso opete kwe kwan na asai kra kakrakra yegusoa ye grefe kwan so asai ensuo to na eyiri fa hon mu nyina enkakrakra ye school ne so ebi aba ebi nso edi akire oh me da me say me adwuma ye no me mfa nye amanyosem inti baby amoe ehye bia no me wura ho akotwe aba ewom se me wo opposition fast me ka tro se opposition po ena metumi di sa mpunudwuma yi abai na maban wa abem into sesam ya na wa wojejereje now who's lost yes a bird in hand is worth two in the bush.
I see.
Intermediate we one am DBC. Sabri ni bedu ya campaign. But the important thing and me person ye nyina ye te ase say the fact say we were NDC we were MPP no en kire say ye ntumi nya adwuma emom emma mpuntuo emma if say mpuntuo ne ba e benefit obi a wa mo no amanyokom wa odo amanyokom ni nyina mfaso ne ba lore kwa ne ya se nyina ye faso edwom hotia ye nyina ye ho beto ye yetumi ye public washroom facilities a obi ha be use
so your belief is that when it's about development and your politics
me dear in my constituency when it's about development I will work with anyone to make sure it happens.
Okay,
I don't care about meaning whatever anyone else will say, but media when it comes to development dear a color blind sana na media women's rights adwuma no feed adwuma no so me nka se obi ba na our problem a we NDC ni nti me hwo we MPP ni nti me nko asem ma debi
say I say nipa e better nti who say me wo MPP
and
NDC
me nyama de sa
me doctor we dey am ko NDC
how doctor ni obi ba na oyare abeka se wo no mama nyokom ti me hwo ye nya ne sa enti be sre let partisan politics no ye be ye na development in so find allies wherever you can and work with them to deliver development to the people. Entina ye amanyosem na unnim pefe se asimesi ana obenti adwuma yi a oye o petumi aye ne pa na amanyosem tini abeyi na firi hono. What sense does it make? Me, it doesn't make sense to me. Nanso ayaye suban bia ye nyina ye di akire ewa ha ana woni pefe se we adwuma no ontumi nye enso
na kotena ho
wa na amana kwa kotena ho no say ade why oye mi busuani mini na free krom na ye den we want ye nimre o ye ni sika susu enti kakra ye won we need to maximize our resources.
Interesting interesting. Until you say at the bottom line, and this advance why there's a one share Osla, so a war opposition. No to me alcohol.
Accommodating.
Yeah, accommodating. Exactly so.
Sometimes.
In terms of development.
No, sometimes. Me brepa assembly one no be amanyosem. Afi ansana after almost 2 years ansana ye be account amamia common fund no e ba betu. In fact I see agree we kra ansana e ba betu. But it's almost 2 years ansana ye be account and over near what over near the way say. I me say no be as low sunti ya best stretching. Why? I am say me kasesa. But 2 years far to open a simple account the BB.
Still almost be MPs common fund na. But fund already normal transfer account na man enko beka common fund then go be o.
Now we common fund.
Exactly so.
Now common fund.
We transfer accounts on the state. Assembly still assign the man who use into the project ko na omo aye. Interest akawa anti.
But
them
you can say
the difference thing now.
Gender you can say gender children and social protection ministry. What's your understanding of that ministry? Relevance.
Relevance is very relevant. Now so akande was here the ma omde ye adwuma no yemfa nye. Na me say yenso yenyanti ase ye the need say one more sebi one more ebre no e was ye nhihye sonko emma won asoman ne atumi apeja won
responsibility asoman.
It is the duty of the state and everybody to reduce the inequalities in our system. It's immediate gender no. Almost so nanse na ka omo ya no me namfo no mpa nso nanse na omo kwa omo fene.
Focus we no uncle we.
Me say focus then dem ko bi na
only one dey ko bada or the experience.
Also ko bi.
After how many years?
Oh, tell me, but I'm saying
maybe better late than never. Better late than never.
But someone to me with such an experience will advocate for.
Oh, beside you.
Oh, me no my Juma over many. No, I mean very well. Exactly. Maybe I say. But you see, I'm hoping say bibi ade ni. Juma no so de ye beye because initiatives are e was almost spearhead. Ni bebre. O share emma enkwala omo adi dem. Any ye maame num ni ye papa num mpanimfo na any mebu kra kakra eno betumi aka say eye ministry we na ministry we na ehwe wo issues no ye cross cutting ye ka gender e ka bibia e ma ne mema enkita hudie nko e ma hyehyɛ e wo se ye na ye susu ye tumi ye nia ye betumi aye de abo afa Kofi Annan ka asem bi some time ago senkiye nyina ye de adwuma enkebeboaye. You cannot develop a country without your most creative and productive resource, human resources, majority of whom ma. Me analogy ni say to say we are right-handed. Now we are there. Now what chire unsa nifa na ahye wachi now di benkum no Uka Masha, now one away. Thank you. Would you share one casa brabo? Me try to be a mirane workshops. Me bisa as an opener say, Omo wohonu. Womo do was saying, and omo mamenum, and a share one etiti wo. Invariably, 80% at least, Bema won sasso. Na Miss Mama in sasso, akahu. Memano, moha ya mofrano. There are too many absentee fathers.
Oh, yes, absentee fathers. Irresponsible.
Too many. What do you mean you so irresponsible? You can't irresponsible. Too many absentee fathers. Almost feel say,
that is not it.
How?
Also, just 1 minute.
Parenting is a lifelong.
I know a program that Dr. Bika Sembio.
Wow.
Or say, or Babia, or call wedding. After you do what Papa Besuru say, or then you call altar so or say cra.
After when was over?
Into a raising issues war church war.
After now, when was our baba? Who be given away?
Yeah, people partner say, or no, the woman as a partner on or tete, maybe see somebody. Into on permanent so no and call that, and you're only tried or tete.
Thank you.
On
the papa.
Or the coin. Into issues, baby, I say in a dorsal. One of the basic things I want to say, Obi to me Obana or no Obana on first scope was Minisika. So the assumption is that Obana the Osika
on home Abofrano home from on
the Basham. And Tim Van Brown Ashano by your assembly before Siaka. Obana Pound and what a B A M modern kura. Until you may say a boapa. Sent a children woman responsibility.
I know. And now it's gender. It affects every aspect of our lives. It's messy. More than half of donors and support.
And the parent business funding because it's too relevant to the institution.
But okay, the most important from all ministries. They say I say gender-based budgeting. A programmer and
still you to be
it's a Nippanankasa and Tiasia is the people Ghanaians. It'll be all Tiasia. Into what a conference say, baby, were surprised about the outcome of the conference. It was a second of one, a TSC, or this any power to start to the animal. Into young one creating equal status in my own country.
Now say, me, my son, I'm spearheading a move in Parliament, say, Yan Kasani and near any and Kita who dear no crapus, Yan T, near maybe Asia, Yana, oh, yeah, the Alpha dear grow. And so now, oh, say idea to say MPA or Coca say Yampa Emma Abui until Nipa sorry it started here Quetiano. He didn't see anything wrong with what he had said. No, you say, oh, na say and your nephew. And Intimacy MPs.
It fights against Muslim belief.
No, I believe, but not because of you. Oh, interesting. Oh, Thomas in the Bible. I don't know, sir. I was saying, Yagini, and some JD. When you sure say, one more net one, so often you are going to Yanka, or not because I have, but the Nakudru. The Thomas career of what be no more pa.
The one I made, okay, my mainland, okay. And to make me feel say, ye young gender sensitization, any awareness, big kakra, as MPs, the young Casacra boy, Juma.
But as a man, I mean, my point is, as a man, as a lawmaker, as a more, as a man, and the NTS. Okay, the word was Yemuma, and as the NTS, man for so, and a man also young woman so whom for so.
We don't understand the power we have. And today, we make a
agenda for more problems.
Pacho, make a say, Senka de Krupe. You bet to me, and we'll probably get there. Say, oh, baby, a Jumebia, we be a sad done it, withdraw. Now you won't be from the bedroom to the boardroom.
We bedroom, boardroom, or the bedroom, boardroom, there, and a bedroom there. It's a good job told baby.
From the bedroom, by
from the bedroom to the boardroom.
I am Panasus,
everything. One day, Momo Bannon so home. Near should be or memoir. Obey baby, Abena, Coco now, no mono. Why, nay? Wouldn't time or sorry, a year Adriano, who on Tia when you're. And let's just see how much we depend on our women. When a bay and Qualano, a basis and Qualano ready no more school. Teacher ni and Qualano, one I got to one day. Nurse ni, doctor never any the area, and the female nurse, the majority now, doctor never any human area. Why never nurse? And let's just see how indispensable women are to the development of this country. Now, see, gender-based budgeting. There's a move, say, no formal work in Kwana, young quantify. House help now, or what we fear now, what proper year be an amount. And our baby not to one China or year you may free no. Senka wutriane car and can hit and our betriano and aggregate that. Now, you its contribution to the economy.
In a my powerful, sir.
Hey,
oh, yes.
Yes. Just try.
Yes.
In fact, I'll start. In fact, minister, you should spearhead it. Let's just have a no work for women day. No work for women day. One day, every kind of work.
Okay.
And let's see.
Okay. No
work for one of them. And I was showing what did you want to.
Minutes back, we're back. Also, issues about privatization relating to ECG, you know, I heard also the contribution. Yakwaba. Well, we better super septic like here about for wrap up now for your pajama and air before. But some of your text messages are about I believe the progressively free is what the Constitution spells out. Unless I'm wrong, educate me. Think first. Thakwana Jaba. Think fast. Please, if the free SHS come, where will they get money to pay workers? I have not been paid for the past 2 years, and I like your explanation.
That's the problem. It's not introduction.
And when are you inviting our MP, Honorable Chumesi Ampofu, MP for Sine West? Because there's no single development here in Sine West since he was elected. From Majub, Nana 365,000 day students. Why not all? What of the borders? And then NDC said free SHS from Nana is not feasible. Can this be feasible? Frank and anyway, Abba. Okay, so yeah, you missed that free SH discussion.
One sentence.
Okay.
School I'm going to. There be Americana, a man for full media grow. My tongue be dear da. Addition dear a year. Now say NDC for time and na can say oba obema free SHS and some no can free here access here. Quality ne here And that year, someone who said making education available. Access includes paying for it a year. Nka media nka omode na na nkufu adobo mana nka na we are being honest with ourselves because it's that time no on sem bebre ya omo kan enenso it's not just the introduction of the policy or the beginning of it nini here. Yehwe nipa ne track record. Many of these policies are struggling. School feeding is struggling. Capitation grant chalk crapo ay issue. Feeding grant for the schools ne crapo no yana enko. Emma head teachers who here wo. CSR the babe two a man for trim say oh they students mbeko ni free na fedru baby na ya chokwa na ye ne den. Ana permiti okujo to black on another network. Oh once ye dey share budget nim ya pass ne de kwan bia so ye beye. All these initiatives are yentua this year.
Budget.
Well, the budget. Get fund the whole year. Yentua. And the constitution crown a show on kitty see and also a budget. We are get fund formula. Common fund. And it is not just announcing it in here. Now you raise the expectations. Na fe pu ye jan kwalano. Let's not toy with education. Ebio, you see our constitution. Afei no mo
progressively.
Progressive. Afei na mo say constitution say yema progressively free education. 1993 omo ba aban mu no omo ehu. Kopim time a President Kufuor the capitation grant ba ye ebeboa enkwala kakra in fulfillment of that policy no. And sana mo please don't shake your head. Nothing, absolutely nothing was done to give effect to that constitutional provision no, from 1993 to 2000.
Okay.
And MPP by ya on Beshas ye. I can't see a Beshemokina intermediate. Obi ya dia na ochra okwan na so oba na so toaso na o ka se ampa nanka mania paso kakra na mwatwe ya dwen abesisu nti mumo moya de nyina ye Ghana fo nyansa ni oba akofo etirim ti se mode aba ye nkase ye ne ehu mfaso e na de ye hu se beboa awofo nti ye hyase de a mumo moya de nti ideas ni de MPP implementation and sustainability MPP.
Okay.
One month ye be my ashe baba their track record that school feeding kunko capitation grant feeding grant to schools problem leap was several months in arrears and until
cover up.
On the America more yard.
Ya cover. That's how
your choice of colors, blend, seamstress, design, one
Senegalese woman bina or pam anya and me ma advert. It's
the blend is good.
Nonka or waha and na oye, but or say see the near styles living okoni chrome, but or pam the ba ebe. She's got lovely outfits. Very, very nice outfit.
Or pam mema dears.
Or pam mema dears.
Or just cities and dollars.
Or this equivalent.
What's like a vintage? Just don't come there, but just a fast one. F cube and this in a year.
Yeah.
Capitation for purposes of culture, let's have sports and getting a Joe Muscano and the capitation ever cover into collectively be an idea or pay Edemai into young Cosson and that who takes State of the Nation address, now we take President IEA conference and as some cover progressively into person refer you refer to what was said into young Cosson. Now importantly, on my Obuasi diocese of Catholic Church, a case of Obuasi diocese is Catholic Church diocese. Yet you won't feel Kumasi as a diocese. First day on the Kumasi Bishop Sapon and Bresso.
Okay.
Into your third bishop in the year, your first one, a friend Kukumensa, or your bishop emeritus or retire. I want to replace Bishop Sapon Kumasi.
Oh, okay.
And they'll be taking over now. Justice Gabriel Anoche, no Obuasi, and also Kukumensa call. Retirement emeritus no so take over Kumasi as
and more tete won na Kumasi afa
but Nansenya for more than 1 year now Gabriel Koy no show my friend administrative bishop no in charge but ye be Reverend Father Afuakwa.
Okay.
Yeah, one of Adanse Akokari. He's been around for too long. Now me Aduma St. Thomas Cathedral on the 10th. They may have a Sunday, but that is it goes from Obuasi through Bekwai. No way to be as a enter Kumasi and Zema Kwadaso.
Yeah, Kwadaso Zema.
Near Obuasi diocese.
Oh, okay.
It's on the 10th in a Bay installation. Kesepa or Obuasi.
You're saying?
Right Reverend Afuakwa. Afuakwa. What I say, Akokari here.
Okay.
The Dumejani shadow so far, but all these things will come.
Okay.
The interest acquired in Roma this year, almost Bishop Anna process the interest. But Namiadum, yes, I can.
Okay. What does you feed that?
Oh, Mpachochna. FIDA has celebrated 40 years of advancing the rights of women and children.
I
that's one I remember there was also Ochna or Madina, your office, social welfare.
Make one so I'm a tournament. Did my office no?
And you're trying to buy in a
to warn you. Feed that
Pancho, why are you feed that? Pacho, you need to go
office and Angaza.
Pacho,
Yabia de pa. Feed the.
Yan kakra. Mama for the one problems back right. Yan ye chia one lorry fair to Adrian.
Because to Santini or Hossa.
And Timafa when you so ask
because from when you footro, more common to me.
Kakra,
I'm a symbol.
When you now bana move one. No more boy. Now you raise the fans kakra. Now we're doing a very good 40 years time and now Obien lim say legal aid hunya no fida ne shasi and a buying hunya no buying so the national legal aid scheme ya boa man nkwala ene abusia bebre in every corner of the country and then 6 year kakra etumi akobo ewo Madina no na ye nyamwa
for mo party pass mo ye modern building and so sika kan fifi
we plan for the future kakra.
Okay madam Wasipi
monya pay for fans
we do that ese ka we kan mo pebre man church na feeder essence of feeder ni sana
okay and yamra na
uka che Dominica say we the wa
why you cross na papa somebody kwa beba why just a tease and say
yeah na ebeboa
ewo yen office wo
Madina social you can say obi o say udu action school mo ha e kwan na do ko jifam ko
social welfare a good landmark and up person dey advert
oh that be social welfare maybe me advert me be e do action progressive school mo ha so na e kwan na do ko jifam ko no because e ho a baby abato afoforo na e wo e ho a futu kwan so na obo se feeder eshe ho no ma ntie no anu we
the school of social work
okay so
the extremo adofo mo mra na mo me sane mo foto mo kakra
we dey say feature adopa ko na enyimre na na ya betena so e so ya announcement na nipa etimi tuko ho no mo ko because mo won dey say mo wi na mo nyam konya papa aduana dey tem
40 years ni aye aduma wo memo ha kakra when women's rights and gender wasn't fashionable ye boa ma direct
e ko yo Benji plus 20
and I'm moving you go view.
Benji plus 20.
Okay, no bedroom, no boardroom.
From bedroom to boardroom.
Okay, we don't buy a computer. That's before a card or the office motor.